Hey there, Yazzie, back with another one. So, how soon should you set a rate for being a freelance model? So, this is funny because this is at your own discretion, right? So, walk with me. There are some models who took one photo on an iPhone and now they charge $100 an hour. It's their prerogative. Okay. There are other models who've been doing this for 10 years and charge $10 an hour. Their prerogative. There are some models who have never set rates for themselves and just got signed to an agency and their agency handles all that. So they didn't set the rates. And I know you asked about freelance models. I just want, setting the temperature. And then there's other models who are freelance, again, who never set rates because they don't know how to. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So the proper time, it really depends on you. Because there's some models who have all the experience, all the work to show that they're good at what they do, and they don't set rates. And there's other models who are wildly inexperienced, but who have their rates on lock. Okay. So what I will tell you though is that when I teach models inside of Model Maker, hands-on coaching, I make sure that before we even start talking about money, you know your fundamentals. Okay. Why do you want to be a model? What are your goals? What niches are you doing? What market are you in? Why? Because those four things set the tones for your approximate rates, right? You could be an amazing swimwear model in Boise, Idaho, but you're never going to make as much traditionally as a swimwear model in LA. Totally different markets. Cost of living is different. What people think is reasonable is different. The whole nine yards, right? In the same vein, you might get way more bookings being a commercial model than you do with runway, right? Because commercial modeling has a lot more overlapping with broadcast and with print. So that stuff has a higher ceiling for you to make money and have an income from than runway, which is only popular 6 months out of the year. The runway season is only 6 months long, and you have to go to all these different locations, and the rates there vary. So to kind of keep us back on track, right? I just kind of want to paint the picture so you understand where I'm coming from. There is no proper time. What I teach in Model Maker is understanding your fundamentals first, because one, your market is going to set a ceiling on how much you can or cannot earn where you're located. When we think about remote markets, it's a little bit different because you're going to have a little bit more creativity with how you get model bookings. But also the niche that you do, it's going to influence how much you can make, because there's a rate that people are comfortable paying commercial models versus rates that people are comfortable paying parts models or fit models. You know what I'm saying? So even the niches have things that are woven in there. But as a freelance model, if you set a price and you can't back it up, doesn't matter what the price is. You could set your rates the same day that you started. That doesn't mean somebody's going to pay you, right? That doesn't mean somebody's going to book you again. And the worst, I tell my models all the time in Model Maker, the only thing worse than undercharging is overcharging and not being able to back it up. Word spreads quick. Word spreads quick. All right? Don't do it to yourself. So it is a fine art. When I work with models hands-on, I try to make sure that their fundamentals are set up first, that we get their assets together. So when they are applying to jobs, they actually have something that shows people what they do well and why people should work with them. And then naturally speaking, we also take them through networking so they can get used to presenting themselves online and offline, really having a little bit of depth to who they are as a model, freelance or otherwise. And then when it comes to making money, they already have a team of people that they've worked with. They know how to present themselves on a set. They know how to communicate with people on and offline. So they also know how to present themselves. They have the materials they need to show what they do well, why people should work with them. And they have their fundamentals to back up why they're charging a certain rate. So that whole process might happen in 2 months or 2 years, depends on the model. But I always recommend that if nothing else, you get your fundamentals in order, and then you also make sure that you have assets that reflect your fundamentals so that when you're setting this price, right, you have something to back it up. Again, if you have more questions, which I feel like you will, please drop them below of this video. Even if you're not Yazzie, okay? If this is something that you really have questions about and you really want to know more about, please drop your questions for sure. And we can take it from there.